Coach, headed into game one, what do you feel is going to be your top message to your guys as they get ready to, begin this playoff journey?
Yeah, really just having fresh bodies and free minds. And can we just go out and play with our instincts and enjoy the competition and keep it that simple?
Greg?
Jacque, is there anything about the type of offense you've been running and the way you've been sharing the ball that was sort of designed throughout the bubble for just this matchup that you're going to face against such a good Toronto defense?
Yeah, Greg, without a doubt. Overall, our ability to share the basketball has been, a positive for us. And it will definitely be tested against a group that's extremely aggressive. And so can we be strong with the basketball? Can we be strong with our intent? Can we be strong with our movement to get in pockets where we can take advantage of our ball movement? So definitely an area that we look forward to that could help us be effective.
Christian?
Hey, Coach, this is your first time coaching in the playoffs. So, what's the excitement level like for you? And on top of that, are there any old coaches that you may have had a relationship with that you might reach out to or that you've spoken to or have taken anything from in terms of what it's going to be like going into the playoffs as a head coach?
I have not spoken to anyone besides my normal calls and texts that I have throughout the course of the year. Nothing imperative about leading the team in the playoffs. And I think that's my job, is to not overcomplicate this thing. My message to the group was, number one, be ourselves, be authentic in who we are, the team that we are, the mantra that we've tried to carry. And then two, do simple better. And so those two things will put us in a position to enjoy the competition and play freely.
Tom?
Hey, Jacque, with Rhodey having gone a few games ago into the starting lineup rather than, getting the majority of his minutes as the backup five, does it change anything in terms of what you expect or want from him just because he's on the floor with a different group of guys?
Yeah, really it's a positive for us, Tom, because it allows us to have Rhodey guard a bigger defender. And so that part of it's good for us. And then at the same time, I think he learned how to play the five. So there will definitely be opportunities in the playoffs where he'll be at the five and fortunately has a comfort level with it because he's seen that he can have success and impact the game at the five spot also.
Brian?
Usually, when you can get Karras going downhill or you can get somebody in a mismatch, it's a huge advantage. But Toronto, with athletic as they are and as long as they are, there aren't a lot of mismatches out there to be had. What do you have to do technically or schematically to kind of get an edge on a defense that forces turnovers like that and seems to be able to guard 1 through 4 at any time?
Yeah, you're right on it, Brian. It's definitely a challenge for it. And I think the big challenge is how can we get an advantage? And so whether that is with our pace, whether that is scoring early and often, be a good challenge for us. And then, we talk about good to great sometimes. Sometimes the good is going to be okay. Being able to get that advantage and take advantage of it as quickly as we can and live with the results. And so our guys will have an opportunity to make and take shots. We'll allow them to do it and see what the result is.
Alex?
Hey, Jacque, I know you have no say in the tip times and everything, but given you have a young team and a lot of guys with no playoff experience or just a little bit, do you kind of like having early games just so they don't spend all day thinking about it and you kind of wake up and kind of get right into the motion?
Without a doubt, Alex. We're ready to play, but there's an element to sitting around in your hotel and playing the night game. So for us, being able to get up and have breakfast together, and then you're probably a few hours away from leaving after that. So and that's been the spirit of our team. We have really tried to surround ourselves with positivity and being able to just play with our instincts. So the early tip allows that without stressing out, my man.
Greg?
Jacque, we know Karras is going to get a lot of defensive attention, but last year, Philadelphia seemed to hurt you guys by the way they defended Harris and made things tough on him. What do you expect in that regard from Toronto?
Yeah, Greg, I think Joe will definitely garner some attention from them, unlike our other shooters on the team, just because, his effectiveness of catch and shoot. But I think there's other elements to Joe's game that have been elevated from last year, whether it's ability to put the ball on the bounce and get to the rim for us, or his ability to put the ball on the bounce and create opportunities for his teammates. So hopefully he's progressed as a player and senses that, and we're able to take advantage if they are extremely aggressive versus Joe.
Christian?
Hey, Coach, 2 questions here for you. One, obviously Rondé is going to be in this series on the Raptors. How have you seen his game grow from the last time you had him in Brooklyn to now, if you have seen his game grow at all? And second, Toronto has Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. Both of them pose a threat from the perimeter. So how are you guys going to try? You guys have kind of struggled defending fives that can shoot the threes. So what type of challenge is that going to be for you guys?
Yeah, first of all, Rondé, I think Toronto's done a great job with using the skills that make Rondé a special player. The ability to grab the rebound and push it himself, his versatility on the defensive end of the floor. So give those guys credit for maximizing his ability. And then the second piece of that, yes, Serge and Mark both have the capabilities of shooting the basketball from 3. We'll be in a position where we'll help J.A., we'll help Dante, we'll help Rhodey, the other guys who will guard him. But the premium is us playing team defense. So we'll give up something, but at the same time, we'll be in a position to recover back to those guys.
And last question, Tom.
Jacque, the starting lineup right now, their offensive rating when they're together is just really high. How important is that as far as getting off to good starts in games, particularly against a team like Toronto that's defending champs, higher seed, and that sort of thing?
It's just giving us early confidence in the course of the game and a calming effect. I think putting GT in the starting lineup gives Karras someone else that he can lean on, someone else who can keep us stable as we start the game. Rhodey gives us length with JA, so the versatility to defend gives us more options defensively. So that group's been really good together, and look forward to that still occurring as we get going.